Happy belated birthday. I noticed right when we got off the phone last week that it was your birthday on Friday. So sorry for missing that. Hope you had a great birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Let's chat a little bit about this last game, this last weekend. A lot of really good things went on. Obviously, the score, the box score, everything you want to see in that sense. But just a lot of the conversations we've been having throughout the season, Arik, of what needs to get a little bit better as the season goes. And we talk about the penalties. Only one penalty for 5 yards. The pass rush really got going this last week. Offensive line looked really good. Nasty, mean. That's what we want to see. Running the ball really well. All of those things look like the perfect recipe for a win in Jacksonville or for Jacksonville. And so how much does it feel like those things for you and for the team as a whole are sustainable for this final stretch as you kind of are now competing with the Texans and the Colts for the division?
I think they're very sustainable. It's nothing special or new that we're doing. It's just all about consistency and week in and week out executing at a high level and, putting games together of complementary football, which we showed that we could do on Sunday. And it's about trying to stack those type of games.
Arik, I heard about you mentioning the noise. You guys talked about the noise as a defensive line that motivated you. What were you hearing? Just that you guys weren't getting it done enough, or what were you guys hearing that may have sparked some of that?
I think people have been aware of what the conversations have been about what we can or can't do up front. So, it's been, you get challenged in this league and you got to respond and, show what you can do.
Well, you guys responded in a big way, whatever that means, and carrying it forward will be a big thing. I noticed that Mekhi Becton got benched at halftime. You must have wore his big ass out, Arik. What happened, man? It was like a 2-round duel, I think.
No, Mekhi's a good player. I think they've been rotating him throughout the year, so I kind of knew that coming to the game that they were going to throw different guys at me to try to stop me.
When you talk about this weekend, the bigger storylines being no Kyler Murray, no Marvin Harrison Jr., but I think we've learned not just here in Jacksonville, but around the NFL in general this year to not underestimate those backup quarterbacks because they're in the league for a reason. So what's the conversation been around that and what Jacoby Brissett can do?
Oh, man. A lot of respect for him as a player. He's been having a good season. In terms of what they're asking him to do, he set an NFL record last week for most completions in a game. So, that's not easily, that's not easily done. So they want to throw the ball. Obviously, that's been their MO this season, and so it always stops with stopping the run and making them one-dimensional. But he's a good player. He's a vet. He's savvy. He has a big arm. Can make a lot of good throws, and also he's a strong quarterback. So, when you get to him, you got to put your body on him and, rally. And, just getting one guy there, he's able to break free from some tackles and stuff. So you got to rally to the football, playing against a quarterback like that. And, we got to be sticky in coverage in the back end as well.
Our Friday guest each and every Friday, 3 o'clock, Arik Armstead here with us on Helmets and Heels. Arik, I hear where Liam Cohen mentioned the standard, that last week, the way you guys played, and not just the intensity, but the clean game, the lack of penalties. You only had one. You guys were really efficient. How do you, as a group, duplicate that? I mean, do you have conversations about that? What would you tell the audience? Like, how do you try to make sure as a player and as a group of players that you can duplicate that week in and week out as you move forward?
I think just showing that you can do it, should give you a lot of confidence that you can, continue to do it and not just make it a one-time thing. I think is, the mentality of, once you show that you can do something, a new standard has been set, and that's kind of the expectation to, week in and week out, play to that standard and play to that level.
Arik, when you talk about the run game, which you mentioned a little bit earlier, the importance of stopping that and kind of making the quarterbacks throw the ball this year for the Cardinals, it's been rough for them with the running backs. James Conner injured, Trey Benson's been injured, leaning on Bam Knight and Michael Carter. That looks like what will be their run game for this Sunday. So, what do you see on film from those two guys?
Good, solid backs that can execute their scheme. They have a lot of scheme runs. It's a little different, their running game. A lot of gap scheme. They want to get pullers out on the edges and block down and try to create some seams, some vertical seams. So that's going to be their game plan and their attack, and that's what they've shown this far on film. And so we got to stop that early and not let them get that going, and make them one-dimensional, and then it's going to become a passing game, and then we got to go get after Brissett, and like I said, play sticky in coverage and challenge the guys on the outside, and then challenge them up front, with our style of play and going and attacking them.
Arik, as we're in the middle of November now, and happy Thanksgiving to you next week, buddy, to you and your family. As we're in the middle of November, December 4th coming, playoffs looming down the road. You don't think about that, but you do think about how important each and every week is, especially in our division. You know what Indy's doing. You know what the Texans did last night. You guys are right there, right in striking range. I know you guys at least pay attention to that to a certain degree, but how do you focus just one game at a time? Because you got to beat Arizona in order to move forward. You know this. Everybody knows it. But how do you maintain that focus?
Maintaining the focus is just, realizing that, where you want to eventually get to only happens if you be where your feet are at. And, the biggest game is the next game. We're all not guaranteed future opportunities. And so whatever game you're fortunate enough to play in and go out there and compete is just giving it your all and playing to the level that you set for yourself individually, and then us and our standard as a team. And week in and week out, not looking too far ahead, coming in with that mentality, bringing that to the game, and seeing where the chips fall from there, and then, rinse and repeat each week, and then you look up at the end of the day and you're at where you want to be. So that's just the process. That's just how it works in this league. You get to looking too far ahead, and, you can get tripped up. So, the next game is the most important.
Arik, I wanted to give you a little shout out. We saw that you partnered with Lakeside Elementary School and delivered Thanksgiving meals to 31 families. That's incredible. And we know, obviously, last year with the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, that's exactly why you deserve something like that in Jacksonville. Really appreciate you for all of the efforts that you do in helping and giving.
I appreciate that. That was an awesome experience. That's an initiative that my wife set up. And, we want to continue to have impact here in Jacksonville.
Before we let you go, though, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Ooh.
Favorite Thanksgiving dish? That's a great question. Definitely, for the meat, I'm gonna go turkey.
Mm-hmm.
But dish, it's got to be between mac and cheese and dressing, I would say. But you always got to have a mixture of a lot of things on Thanksgiving. That's the best part about it.
At 6'7", 290, just say everything.
All of it.
I like it all.
Me too, and I'm not 6'7", 290. All right, Arik. Well, we appreciate your time. Have a, good luck Sunday. Have fun, but also have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Happy holidays.
Yeah, man. Keep up the great work. He's been playing great, man.
He has.
He really has. He's noticed 91 a lot. I mean, look, you noticed him throughout the year, but lately, these past games, he's really stood out. And it's helped the other guys. I mean, you see Strigow getting sacks. You see other guys getting involved, man. It's really a good thing. And seeing him inside, I mean, he's like we said, he's always been strong against the run. He always has. I mean, he can strike you with those hands. And he's like a big old bear getting on you, and then but from the inside, rushing, just being that that much closer to the
Yeah.
QB. It just helps him a ton. So, hey, man, at least he's at 5 and hook. He's got 7 games to go. Where will Arik Armstead end up as sacks? It's kind of
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey here, thanking you so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube. But before you click away, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to check out our other team-specific channels on the 1010XL network on YouTube.